Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. In the last episode, we made it to the top of the tower where we found Aldheim. He is also a Dargle, and he's not doing too good. He's really not doing too good. However, whilst he is still himself, he's trying to get this all fixed. It seems that the Leaden Key, for whatever reason, decided to activate this doohickey over here, kill him and his assistant, and they've just caused all of this chaos. All of this chaos seems to relate back to the Leaden Key, and Aldheim is trying to shut the machine off. And hopefully that will mean that souls will no longer be confined to their mortal bodies. That's what's causing the dead to rise. Now, apparently, Icantha knows how to do this. A winding staircase runs through the court of the tower, providing access to all levels. Okay, that's handy. Yeah, let's go straight to the bottom. Yeah, apparently Icantha knows the runes of this tower.
Sure.
Because technically speaking, Aldheim and his assistant, they never really figured out what was going on. But Icantha does. So we need to go and hopefully persuade her to let us in on her secrets. I think we're probably safe to run there. We've cleared the area out. I've been stealthing all over the place, so if there are any secrets we've missed, then our perception must just not be high enough. Now, Aldheim did request that we bring him something to eat, and considering he's a Dargle, I know exactly what he would like. Yeah, I don't think Ximena can bring herself to do that. I don't think Ximena can bring herself to do that at all. I mean, he said he'd let us in on a way to make ourselves strong, but like, it's not worth it. That's just straight up murder. That's straight up murder, and no.
You return. What have you come seeking this time?
I need the words that operate the Engwithan machine in the tower.
That fool Aldheim. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That simpleton thinks he can understand how to use something without understanding what it is, or why it is.
She laughs, a noise that blends the crunch of dry leaves with something piercing and white-hot. You feel a hot core of pride smouldering at the center of her soul.
He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I'll bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his problem. Always looking for solutions without caring for meaning.
The problems in Heritage Hill are bigger than your rivalry, Icantha, passionate. Humble Aldheim now by demonstrating the value of your research. Diplomatic, tell me the tower's name. Ooh. I think it's between 1 and 3. I think it's between 1 and 3 because here's the thing. Ximena, I was saying this, I'm not sure if it was the last episode or the episode before that. Ximena doesn't stick around to see the after effects of what she does. She doesn't stick around to see the consequences of her actions. I think this really is probably the first time that Ximena is seeing, okay, person A did this, and now X, Y, and Z has happened as a consequence. This is the first time Ximena is seeing, oh, there was a tragedy, and these are the after effects of that tragedy. And I do think it would have shocked her. And I'm talking myself into this. I think she'd be saying, like, I don't give a shit about your rivalry. I don't care. There are corpses walking the streets. I don't care about the tower's name. Just, like, sort yourselves out, please. Like, I've talked myself into it. The problems in Heritage Hill are bigger than your rivalry, Icantha. What do I care? I prepared myself for an eventuality such as this, and I can assure you those dwindling souls in the streets are beyond caring as well. Her pride burns brighter still. Yeah, I don't... This doesn't sit right with me. I think... I guess maybe Ximena's rolling her eyes saying, all right, I'll play along then. Tell me the tower's name.
Ter Nuneth. It's called Ter Nuneth. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place. But the others I've seen, machines scattered all over the Deerwood, are relays, built to move souls.
Oh. So this is unique. This is a unique machine. The others are built to move them. This one is built to hold. Oh. How do you operate the machine atop Ter Nuneth? Where would they move souls? You seem to know a lot about Ter Nuneth. Why would the Engwithans have wanted to tether souls like this? I want to know everything. I'm thinking potentially this is like moving the conversation forward, because we want to know how to operate it to turn it off. So I'm hoping I can ask these three and then go for number one. Where would they move souls?
Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wished. The real question, as always, is why? To intermix them the way a player shuffles his deck, the way a farmer rotates his fields? To collect them, like butterflies under glass? To melt them down for raw essence? Unfortunately, I don't know.
You seem to know a lot about Ter Nuneth.
I read the runes like a journal. I understand their meaning. People like Aldhelm try to read them like instructions, and in so doing, they miss their true meaning completely.
That's interesting, because that's... In a way, I would describe this as the empathetic way to go about this. Aldheim apparently was just reading it very clinically. And she's saying, I was seeking the actual, like, meaning in them. I would not have called this woman an empath. That is probably one of the last, words I would have used to describe this lady, but... I mean, I guess you can be empathetic and pragmatic. That's exactly what she's doing here. She's now a Dargle. And she's realised, right, I want to continue living. I need to be pragmatic about this, so get in my basement. People, get in my basement. You are now my snacks. Why would the Engwithans have wanted to tether... Let's try that again. Why would the Engwithans have wanted to tether souls like this?
Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like this one. We now see the Engwithans as masters of soul manipulation, but they couldn't have attained their expertise without copious trial and error. Perhaps this was one such experiment.
How do you operate the machine atop Ter Nuneth?
Back to these tinkers' concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you?
She crosses her arms over her unmoving chest. I'd release them. I'd harvest them for essence. Cruel. I'd destroy them. I'm drawn to I don't know yet. Ximena's not thinking that far ahead. I don't know yet.
A level of humility rarely found in my line of work. Most refreshing.
I'm glad you like that. I would have assumed she'd have hated, like, oh, you don't know what you're doing. But no, Ximena's just like, yo, I'm not thinking that. I'm not thinking about that. I'm just trying to stop the dead from rising. Oh. I could help you, but I won't. The pride lodged in her soul flares up, twisting into the shape of something that writhes and squeals within her. Here, I have specimens aplenty and time enough to observe them all. It's every scientist's dream. My answer is no. Extinguish Icantha's pride. You're dead. Why does any of this matter? Rational. The fate of those trapped souls is more important. From what we have with number one, I feel potentially what is going on. Ximena feels, oh shit, I can do this. I don't know how I can do this, but I can do this. It's like with reaching out. I said, because I was looking at the backers before I kind of advanced the plot enough to where we spoke to the dwarven animancer hanging in the tree. I was getting those options, reach out to this soul, reach out to this soul, and I didn't pick them because I was thinking, well, okay, this is mechanically something we can do, but Ximena doesn't know what it is. She's getting these feelings, oh shit, I can reach out to this soul, but until I have an in-game reason for why she would do that, she's not going to do it. She then, spoke to the dwarf and was like, oh shit, I can touch souls and I can do this, and now I'm okay to have her start okay, I touch your soul, I touch your soul, I touch your soul. I feel like I did back then with number one. Ximena must feel on an instinctual basis, I can extinguish this pride. I can feel it, I know that I can. But would Ximena feel comfortable doing that? Would she feel like, just because you can do something theoretically doesn't mean you can actually do it. Theoretically, I can go skydiving. In practice, I would die. I'm horrifically afraid of heights. Theoretically, I can go skydiving. In practice, no, I can't. No, I can't. I'm drawn to number two. She is quite a rational person. You're dead. Why does any of this matter? Because my research will outlive me. I'll have time and opportunity enough to accomplish more than any animancer in the history of the field. The pride sparks and squalls. And who will know about it? Hoarding knowledge is pointless, stoic. You can't leave these souls imprisoned. Passionate. I'm drawn to 1 and 2. Because you can't leave these souls in prison. Yes, she can. She absolutely can. Ximena is smart enough to temper her passion with logic. And who will know about it? The pride thing flickers as the flames around it abate. All I've learned, years of studying the Engwithan language, no one understands it better than me. That counts for something. Knowledge is meaningless unless it's shared, benevolent. Your opportunities here are finite. One day that knowledge will die with you, rational, but what use is it? Your opportunities here are finite. One day that knowledge will die with you. The pride hisses and sputters. It's little more than an ember now. You're wrong, but there's no conviction in her voice. I'll build it forever. I'll cling to it. That will give me something. Teach me what you know. I'll make sure that it grows and your legacy lives on. Will that really be enough for you? Oh, this is probably a lie. This is probably a lie. But again, that's exactly what Ximena is. Teach me what you know. I'll make sure that it grows and your legacy lives on. Your words finally quench her pride, and all that remains is a blackened, diamond-hard rock. You cast it away where it melts into the darkness.
So be it. My studies and efforts shall grow through yours.
No, they fucking won't. Ximena's gonna forget your name the minute she leaves this place.
These are the words you need.
Her cold, dry fingertips rest on your temples, and you feel her reaching into your mind, forming images from the darkness. Runes flash through your head, but they're no longer just pictures. They have meaning, and you understand them. They're commands. Something triggers in your mind, a distant memory unearthed from a past life, long since buried. You can see a vast array of runes, far more than Icantha has shown you, and you know their sound and their meaning and how they fit together. The language of Engwithan, once more at your command. Once more.
Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this knowledge then, and do what you will with Ter Nunith. Now that you understand its purpose, it will serve you in whatever way you wish.
Certainly. Okay. What do I do with the tower now that I know these words? You said the other towers around the Deerwood were constructed to move souls. Why would the Engwithans have wanted to do that? Remind me, how do you know so much about the tower? I still don't understand why the Engwithans would want to build a machine that tethers souls. Explain how the control words work. Okay. I'm like... some of these I feel maybe repeats. I just want to talk about that, like... We know this language once more. Who were we? Who was this individual? Because I assume it's going back to the scene we saw where we joined the cult. We joined the Leaden Key. And we were talking to that guy again. And he was like, oh yeah, come join our organisation. And I said, whoever this person is, I'm going to play them as someone who Ximena would absolutely take advantage of. I like that. I like that juxtaposition. Maybe the soul learned. You know, like, this was someone who was taken advantage of, and then because of, whatever happened to them, the soul adapts, and it's like, right, now, before I was the sheep, now I am the wolf. Now I am the predator here. I like that as far as storytelling goes. I'm just so curious to know who we were. Oh, do. I think these are just repeats of what we asked before. Explain how the control words work. Harnessing the power of Ter Nunith is about understanding what it was designed to do. You know the words and their meanings. You can speak them, and the tower shall obey. Okay. Yeah, we asked roughly this before, and it's like, we don't know, but they were masters of souls. They would have had to do this through trial and error. My thought is that what if we get new information? Remind me, how do you know so much about the tower? Okay, yeah, these are just repeating. Okay. What do I do with the tower now that I know these words?
Turn it off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their essence to the cycle. But be careful. That machine controls hundreds of souls, and that volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls. It would be a terrible loss for posterity.
Okay. I don't know. Destroying it seems like it might do this place some good. Okay, yeah, I think these are just repeats. That's all. Thanks. Okay. We absolutely can do that. However, I need to deal with these guys back here. Is it safe for us to leave yet? So, lie, you can't get out of the district, but the top of the tower is safe. Altheim will take care of you, deceptive. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. The way to the district... This accent can be quite challenging at times, but I do enjoy it. I think it suits Ximena. I can't think of Ximena and not think of this accent. The way to the district exit should be safe. Go, now. Thank you. We'll never forget this. Flee, people, flee. Also, I've decided on a name for this cat. That's Cricket. The cat's name is Cricket. Yeah, you're still there. I'm not going to talk to you. Just in case you confront me. Like, why did you free my meals? I'm just not going to talk to you. Okay, go. Go, quick sticks, people. Quick sticks. We need to put an end to this. I get the feeling Aldheim, considering we haven't fed him, I get the feeling that he may not be doing so hot. I mean, he was barely holding it together. He was barely holding it together. He might last. He might last. But I wouldn't put any money on it, personally. Yes, to the top. You're right. Yeah, Aldheim looks much worse than before. His rotten flesh hangs loosely, and sores have eaten away patches of skin at his joints. He looks at you with a strange glimmer in his eyes.
Flesh.
He takes a tentative, scuttling step towards you. He doubles over, coughing up strings of black bile. He seems to have forgotten about you for the moment. I'm like, don't. If I want his help, I'll need to send a victim to him. No. No. When Aldheim looks at you this time, all trace of recognition is gone. He bares his teeth and leaps at you, his pupils narrowed to pinpricks. Yeah, okay, everyone. It's one guy.
Ah! Ah!
Just get him. There we go. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, but, yeah, no. Aldheim's journal. Icantha insists on pursuing her own research on the tower despite my arguments that pooling our knowledge is in both our interests. With her expertise in the Engwithan language, I'm convinced that she knows more about the tower's workings than she lets on, and she did. She did. Standing near the device feels like being blown about by a storm gale. The stone steps hum with energy. I'm very tempted. I'm tempted to just have a quick scout around. Just in case anything has been hidden. Because you never know. Okay, it's not looking like it. Come along, Cricket. Come along. Okay, yeah, no. Doesn't look like there's anything. Got it. Yeah, everyone. Everyone over here.
Hey there.
Ximena. Oh. Jagged Ardra pillar. Oh, a jagged Ardra pillar rises in front of you, encased in stonework, and run through with copper veins. The panel is covered with runes, which you can now understand. You recognize words for end and for hold. The dial is currently fixed on hold. You also recognize by an inscription that the manner in which you turn the dial is a means of throttling the device. Okay. Okay. So if we end, if we go for end, if I'm going off of what Icantha was saying, end will, the machine will shut down and the souls will return to the wheel. But, and here's the but, the machine won't be destroyed. Which means anyone could come back and turn it on again. And considering that's exactly what the leaden key did in the first place, I'm inclined to destroy the thing. But, and there it is, but, if we destroy the thing, the souls will also be destroyed. They won't return to the wheel. At least that's what Icantha was saying. which means they won't they won't reincarnate. They'll just like be gone. My gut instinct was destroy this thing. Again, this is the first time Ximena has really sat down and watched the outcomes of a tragedy. Watched all of the aftershocks and after effects. Seen all of the devastation and horror and sorrow. And I think her gut instinct would be like, this can't happen again. This absolutely can't happen again. And if it means potentially all of those souls get destroyed, like, I mean, I think Ximena's thought would be like, well, they were dead. They were dead. But again, this is a world that has reincarnation. Ximena knows that her soul has had many lives before it reached Ximena. It's troubling, but my gut instinct would be that she would think, yo, we can't have this happening again. As long as this machine is standing, the leaden key could come back at any time and turn it on again. We need to prevent that from happening. We need to destroy the thing. Muttering a command, you give the dial a violent twist. The moving spires spin faster and faster, wobbling from their axes. The light filling the machine quickly becomes too bright to behold. You look away and cover your ears, but the thunderous crash that follows shakes the floor beneath you. When you look back, the machine is in ruins, never to be used again. Oof.
Sure.
It's a bugger.
Hey there.
It's a bugger because that's lost knowledge right there. But again, I don't. That's something I'm concerned about. Yeah, we'll go to the bottom. Yeah, I'm concerned about lost knowledge. I don't think Ximena is. Ximena's just thinking. The whole reason why this happened is that the leaden key apparently have knowledge of how to use this thing. And they rocked up, and they turned it on, and all of this mess has happened. Which means, yeah, we turn it off, but at any minute... Ooh. Okay, Dunrid Row Messenger. Beg your pardon, I have a message for you. You are summoned to Hadrat House where Lady Webb wishes to meet with you as soon as possible. The head of Dunrid Row's spy network. Her eyes narrow. Why would she be looking for you? Oh. How did you know where to find me? Tell me about Lady Webb. Where can I find Hadrat House? Very well. How did you know where to find me? Well, it's Lady Webb. She knows everything. Well, that's disconcerting. Tell me about Lady Webb. Do you not know Lady Webb? She's... Well, no one's seen her exactly in a long time, but she's the mistress of Dunrid Row. Has been for as long as anyone can remember. He pauses, eyeing passers-by with... What passers-by? Everyone here is dead. He pauses, eyeing passers-by with suspicion. Quietly, he continues. She's supposed to be old. Older than anybody. And she never leaves her room. Some say she's wasted away and she's just a pile of bones kept animated by dark magics. She's still at it, best anyone can tell. Learning things, keeping us safe, pulling the strings behind the throne too, it's said. Has a ring of ciphers doing her bidding, telling her everything that goes on. You do wrong in this country. Before you go asking the gods for forgiveness, best you ask Lady Webb first. I mean, we roughly know what Dunrid Row is. I guess this is the first time we've properly been able to chat with someone from this organisation. What's Dunrid Row? A whole mess of ciphers run out of Hadrat House. They make it their business to keep the peace, but they don't like you. Oh, okay, I see what he's saying. A whole mess of ciphers run out of Hadrat House. They make it their business to keep the peace, but they don't like you to see them do it. Problems in this city have a way of going away on their own, and when that happens, you can make a pretty good guess as to why. Where can I find Hadret House? In Brackenbury, my lady. The southwest corner. Very well. Okay. The Hermit of Hadret House. Are you just gonna stand there? Fair play. You do you. Now then... Yeah, I think we've done everything here. Oh, yeah, it's completed. Oh, hello. Okay, so that's... Oh. Should I do these first? And then do the Hermit of Hadret House? Or should I do Hermit House next? And then do one of the... I mean, I can do Hard Feelings. And I need to go back to the Bluffs. I was told, apparently, I missed something there. Oh, well, there goes my timer. There goes my timer. Alrighty then. In the next episode, I guess we will go to Ondra's Gift, see if we can help out House Domenel a little bit, and then we will head back to the Bluffs. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members, such as SM2K, Christopher K. Davis, CGG, and Kevin Bicknell. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.